Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Talking TV with Lex. You guys, I know it has been super duper long since I put out any type of video. I haven't had anything to really review, and I want to say the last time I put something on here, we were able to go outside, honey, and it is so much craziness happening right now with this corona and all of this quarantine stuff. So I hope everybody is in and safe and in good spirits. If you're not, I'm sending you positive energy. Know that we will get through this, we will get past this. Everything happens for a reason, and we will come out of this stronger than ever. I know since everybody is stuck in the house, if you're like me, you're probably using this time to watch shows you said you were going to watch or catch up on shows that you have kind of been neglecting, and that's what I've been doing. There are some things that I got into during this time. There are things that I went back and watched again. There's things that I liked and didn't like. So why not continue to talk some TV with you guys and talk about all the things that I have been watching during this quarantine. So this is your quarantine TV what to watch, what not to watch list. But before we get into it, make sure you like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel if you don't already. And if you do subscribe, turn on those notifications so you know anytime I drop a new video. I wanted to break down a lot of the shows that I've liked and not liked during this time, so that if you're looking for something new to watch, you have a list that you can go on. I think I'm going to start with the stuff that I liked first. So the main thing that I kind of went crazy over during this quarantine is Tiger King on Netflix. So many people were telling me to watch it. I had no clue what it was about. I didn't want to watch it. A man and tigers. I didn't think that I would care about it at all. But everybody was like, it's interesting. So many different people who I work with, people from back home, my good girlfriends, my roommates. So many different types of people were telling me that I would like it. So it's like, if all these people like this show, then it has to be something. And I have nothing else to do, so why not watch it? So I ended up watching Tiger King, and y'all, that show is crazy. If you are going to watch it, if you haven't already, do not look up anything about the show. Really go into it really not knowing what's going to happen. I went into it like that. I had no idea what the show was about or what to expect. And I think that really added to the entertainment of it all, because it is absolutely insane. You wouldn't be able to guess anything that happens. It's so many twists and turns, and each episode gets weirder and weirder and weirder. But it is overall, it is such an entertaining show, and it's entertaining in a way that isn't sad, because we're already kind of in, you know, dark times right now. So it's definitely a good escape if you just want to watch something entertaining, want to watch people be absolutely weird and outrageous and just watch a train wreck on TV, then Tiger King is definitely the show to watch. I highly recommend it. It is on Netflix, and it is a super duper easy binge. I think I finished it in like 2 or 3 days. So definitely give Tiger King on Netflix a try. Next one is On My Block. I was already a fan of On My Block. I had already watched it on my own for seasons 1 and season 2. So it was perfect timing for season 3 to come back while all of this is going on, because I was able to just take a day and watch it. That's really a show where you do not need a lot of time to get through it. They're 30-minute episodes. There's only 8, I think, 8 or 10. So you could literally get caught up on an entire season in a day. I love On My Block. It is so hilarious, but it has really good lessons in it. You know, the first time that people were telling me to watch it, I was like, I don't want to watch a show about a bunch of kids. I'm not going to be able to relate. But there are so many things you can relate to, and it's just really, really fun TV to watch. You're going to really enjoy the characters, really enjoy the storyline. So if you haven't watched On My Block already, make sure to go watch seasons 1, 2, and 3. Or if you're just behind, you haven't caught up on this new season, you didn't know there was a new season, go check that out right now. Another new one that I liked was Little Fires Everywhere on Hulu. It stars Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington. Another show where I had absolutely no idea what to expect or what it was about, but it ended up being pleasantly surprising. Not pleasantly surprising that it was good, because it's Reese Witherspoon and it's Kerry Washington, 2 heavy hitters, and it's on Hulu, and Hulu usually has really good originals. So I wasn't surprised that I liked it. I just really didn't know what to expect with the show or what it could be. So I was really happy with how much I enjoyed it, and you can't watch it outright like Netflix shows. They release 3 episodes every week. I think we're only at 6 episodes right now, and I'm not sure how long the season is, but it's definitely a good thing to sit down and watch. I guess you can wait until all of the episodes come out and probably can get it done in like a weekend, or you can just watch it as they come out like I've been doing, and it's really been good. Kerry Washington is amazing. Reese Witherspoon is amazing. If you're a fan of Big Little Lies, I think you'll really like it as well. So give Little Fires Everywhere a shot. I'm not going to tell you what it's about or what to look for because I want you to be surprised like I was, but I can say that it's a really entertaining show, a really interesting show. It's not predictable at all, and I think that you'll really, really like it. Next up was Hip Hop Evolution. It's actually a documentary on Netflix. So is Tiger King, but this is kind of just like you're basically watching the evolution of hip-hop. It starts from the very, very beginning, from how its beginning stages in New York, and then it goes all the way up until now. There's 4 seasons with 4 episodes each season. I watched it in a very different way. When I went to turn it on, for some reason it started with season 4, which is the more present type episodes, like the episodes about hip-hop that is more in present day. And I'm actually glad that I did watch it backwards because I had tried to watch it before right from episode 1, and because it goes so far back and it's really the very, very beginning of hip-hop, I kind of was a little bored with it. But I think watching it from the last season and then going back and starting at episode 1 made it a lot more entertaining to watch because you're just watching this whole evolution of how it got to that point. But either way, if you love hip-hop, you love learning about the history of hip-hop and how it all started, I think you'll definitely enjoy it. And it's another one where it's a super quick binge, only 4 episodes in each season, and there's 4 seasons, so you can watch it really quick. Whether you're like me, you're a millennial and you're going back to learn, or you're a little bit older and you lived it, it's definitely a good show to go and watch and binge. Another one is The Chi. I watched season 1 of The Chi, and then I didn't have Showtime anymore because I stopped working at CBS and I didn't get free Showtime. But they're doing free Showtime, at least for, I know, for Spectrum and Xfinity. If you want to watch all the shows you want to watch on Showtime, they're making it free up until April 19th. So I was able to go back and watch season 2 of The Chi. It's just as good as season 1, and I know they're preparing for season 3 now. I don't know what all that's going to be now with Corona and the quarantine and if they finished or not, but season 2 is definitely good. So if you're like me and you don't pay for Showtime and you're able to get Showtime for free now, definitely recommend The Chi to go watch. It's a really good drama, definitely for the culture. It's a Lena Waithe show and it's really, really good, so check that out. Those are the ones that stuck out that I could remember off the top of my head as the things I've watched that are new, that have been really, really good, that I've really liked. There's been other stuff I've watched, but those have been kind of like the standouts. They're basically all Netflix except for Little Fires Everywhere and The Chi. They're pretty much all Netflix, so shout out to Netflix. In addition to the things I like, there were some things that I watched or tried to watch that I didn't necessarily like. One of those things was a movie on Netflix called Uncorked, and I know we're talking TV, but I just consider Netflix original movies as made-for-TV movies, kind of, because they're never on the big screen. Uncorked was one that I really wanted to like. I'm a huge fan of Prentice Penny. I'm a huge fan of Niecy Nash and Courtney Vance and a lot of the cast, but I'm not gonna lie, I was super duper bored with it. It was very interesting from the point of, you know, you're seeing a black man be interested in something that they're not usually in. You know, we have enough movies about black boys wanting to become rappers or to become basketball players, but this was a movie about a young man who wanted to become a sommelier, which is like a super duper wine expert. So it was interesting because I never knew what a sommelier was, and it was interesting to see a black man pursue something like that. It's just, you can't be any more cultured than trying to be a sommelier. So it was interesting to see that, but not gonna lie, I thought it was super duper boring. I didn't really like how they glossed over a moment that happened in the movie that I felt like should have had a lot more sadness and drama. They could just kind of glossed over it and moved on from it. So I didn't really care for that movie. So I think you should watch it for yourself to see if you like it, but for me, I wouldn't go back and watch it again, and it wasn't really one that stuck out as something that you have to watch during this time. Another one that I really, really tried and I really, really wanted to like even before all of the quarantine stuff happened was Watchmen on HBO. I watched the pilot episode before all of this happened, and I was super duper confused by it. All of the people I know who watch it say it's meant to be it's supposed to be confusing and that, you know, things start to make sense at episode 6. So with everything that's going on now, I was like, well, let me try to watch it again. Maybe I can make it to episode 6. But honestly, I couldn't get past episode 2. It's just not really my cup of tea. I don't like sitting there feeling like I don't know what's going on the entire time. Some things were really, really hard to keep up with. I mean, the directing was great. The, you know, effects were great. Regina King, that's Regina King, right? I always mix up Regina King and Regina Hall. I think it's Regina King. I thought that her acting was spectacular. I love Yaya. Apparently there's a scene in the show where you see all of his front parts that I never made it to. I was trying to make it to that scene, but I just couldn't keep up with it, and it just was a no for me. But I definitely think maybe you should give it a try, because people have been raving about it. It's been getting all type of critics recognition, and the ratings are great, and it's been winning all these awards. But for me, it was just a no-go. And then aside from that, everything I've watched has kind of been stuff that I've rewatched. I've been rewatching Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, I watched Real Housewives of Atlanta in real time as it happened. I have been since season 1, but because I've just been keeping up with the new seasons, I haven't watched the old seasons in a long time. So it's been really entertaining to go back to season 1. They have all of the seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta from season 1 on Hulu. So if you're just looking for some mindless TV to have while you're working on other projects, that's what I've been doing. I've just liked having the TV on while I've done other things, like when I work from home, or when, you know, I just don't really want to pay attention to the TV. It's good to have on because it's entertaining, but you don't have to pay a lot of attention to it. So definitely maybe look into rewatching old shows like Real Housewives of Atlanta. Or if you are a Real Housewives of Atlanta fan and you want to try a different area, they pretty much have all of the Real Housewives franchises on Hulu. So you can go back and watch Potomac, which is another one I've liked. And I keep saying I'm going to try Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So maybe that will be the next thing I watch after I get done rewatching Atlanta. So definitely would recommend rewatching or watching it for the first time, the Real Housewives series. And they have all of those series on Hulu. That pretty much wraps up my list. You know, I don't know how long we're going to be in these times. So maybe I'll watch some other new stuff and do another one of these lists, so you can come up with more things that you may want to watch during this time. I know I said I wanted to try the Ozark. I've heard that was really good, as well as my friends have told me that I should go watch this show called New Girl, which is also on Hulu. Let me know in the comments if there's something that you've watched that you've really liked, or if there's something that you'd like to see me do a review on. Maybe during this time, if I do find a new show, I'll start back doing review videos. I know Insecure comes back on April 12th, and I definitely plan on doing reviews for that, so stay tuned for that. So I'm going to be back with all of the talking TV reviews and such that you all have been, you know, getting from me and that I haven't been able to do lately. But now I have all the free time in the world and no excuses, so I will be putting out more of those. So thank you for tuning in today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what other reviews you want to see on my channel. I love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.